Thank you, Celsius, for your continued support on the
hold
channel.
on.
Without
One
you,
day
none
y'all
of this
better
would be
do for this
possible. We got a cease and desist letter from Celsius. Stop. We don't want to be associated with you or your fucking channels or anything else. You've cost us money.
We're here to show the shit we picked up, the shit we wasted money on.
Yeah, we're gonna open our mail.
We got a bunch of motherfuckers showing the shit.
What are they saying now? Are they saying that people are opening mail and that's a video or whatever? Yeah, basically.
Just pops mail back.
I want to see what these guys are getting in. I want to know if I missed anything, what the titles are like. Shit, it's interesting to me. I don't know.
I definitely got a hodgepodge of shit here. I have nothing that matches. Everything's different. So it should be interesting.
The stuff that you can't wait on, that's really interesting to me.
I showed you last time the Buchanan's Deluxe.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
I need to try that.
Johnny's the only grown up here. We're all fucking drinking fucking poison syrup from a can.
Don't worry, I'm in the same boat. I'm just using it as a chaser. That's all.
Yeah. You're just leveling out. We're just leveling out. That's all he's doing.
Oh, I reached out to Arrow Video, by the way. Mentioned that I got a channel, umpteenth subscribers, umpteenth views, all that stuff. But I really wanted some information about the 25th anniversary of Audition, and if they're doing a 4K re-release or if they still have the rights even. And they responded. I thought I was talking to Severin, by the way, when they responded. Let me read this.
Go fuck yourself. Sincerely.
Thanks a bunch for your thoughts and sharing with us. Big smiley face. I'm definitely going to make sure your feedback gets to the right people! ! Just a little heads up though, we can't promise anything specific will happen, but know that your insights are super valuable to us! P.S. I hope your day is as awesome as you are. Regards, Arrow Video.
Can you say form letter? Thank you, 4K Tech Revival, for writing us a letter, 4K Tech Revival.
Automatic response.
Just nothing. No, nothing.
You got a fucking reply. I only had like 400 subscribers, but I tried. They were first to fuck that motherfucker. I ain't gonna reply back to him.
Well,
I think it's safe to say you got an automatic response.
Yeah, exactly. If there was ever a title you could send me that I would shove down everybody's throats, it's a new 4K release of Audition.
Yeah.
And this is the way, forward. If you want to, listen, sponsor me, don't sponsor me. Just get it in my hands first. I'll tell the world how great it is or how shitty it is. Long email. And I get just a straight up form. Listen, we'll send you an autographed glossy in 3 to 4 weeks. I felt like I was talking to Mr. Rogers. It's like a little kid asking us, I don't know.
Mr. Rogers for an autograph.
Like I said, at least I got a response. But
you got a little hair tussle.
Yeah, here you go, kid.
There you go, champ.
Yeah. But I don't know. So who knows? My guess is probably. They probably still have the rights, and they'll slide a new 4K out. Hopefully, it looks that Blu-ray doesn't look great, so hopefully maybe get some new features. It has interviews with basically everybody in it, but who knows? We'll see what happens as far as that goes. I know, Johnny, you're a huge fan of that movie.
Yeah, I could definitely do without the first 30 minutes of that movie.
Maybe the first hour, and then
I said the same thing about Society. To me, watching that movie is just another one of those things where I put it in and I'm like this fucking feels like a Baywatch episode, and then it finally gets to the good shit. And I'm just God, I had to sit through like 45 minutes of dog shit to get to this.
Well, the beginning of this is like terms of endearment. It's like a soap opera at the beginning. Yeah. It's like the way that the thing is. It's supposed to be like a flashback, but it's just him with his dying wife and stuff. And you're watching this and this going, It just his idea was to kind of get you hooked on that, the drama, and then turn it into complete and total, the darkness. But I don't know. It's still a fun Valentine's Day watch for me.
Hey, while we're not checking the chat, I was going to ask this question. It's like I did this thing where usually, like, I won't go to YouTube and click on subscriptions and then look through shit because I usually just go to a home screen, find something I want to just dull the senses out on and go from there. But I clicked on subscriptions to see who was live and then all the recent videos. And for some reason, the past maybe couple weeks now that I've been doing that, it seems like it's a trendy fucking thing now where it seems like all the channels I've subscribed to are now doing videos talking about their concerns or where they're sitting at with financial debt because of their physical media collection. When the fuck did that become such a trend?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
And apparently it's working because I'm looking at the views and it's like, holy fuck, man, there's like 10,000 people watching these fucking videos. And I'm looking at their other videos and it's like 900 views. So
apparently everybody's in credit card debt over their physical media collection, and they want information like, how do we get out of this? I tell you what channel they should be watching: Pop's Movie Dungeon, to get the flick out of here and see the money that's coming in on the.
I've sold 2 movies since we started the stream. I have notifications on my watch. So I sold 2 more movies.
The businessman right there. But no, seriously, I'm like looking at the thumbnails for these fucking videos and the descriptions like, hey, like I'm 30 grand in fucking debt for physical media collecting. And I'm like, this shit's got to be bullshit. Like nobody is going to be that fucking dumb to go that far into debt for plastic fucking disc.
I wouldn't say nobody. I wouldn't say nobody. That's a lot of people. Well,
it's happened. It's happened. But I mean, like I said, I can't imagine either, dude. Like I said, I've messed up and got a couple too many PayPal paying for us that I had to kind of back off on, let them kind of pay through. But like I said, there ain't no fucking interest on that shit. You just got to wait for them to clear.
Exactly.
But I get on there and look at them,
you're good.
I got 7 of these bitches. I need to hold on for a minute. Let them catch up.
Well, I mean, listen, they watch mid-level media. Jeff Fuckface, I don't remember his name. He's not Films at Home anymore. It's whatever. Films at Fuck. Some of these other guys that are getting this shit for free, and these are $60 releases. They're getting these stuff for free, and it's like every day they got a new video out. Got this in, I got that in. And these people, and they just fucking monkey see, monkey do, and they're buying right along with these guys, and these guys are getting the shit in for free, and they're salesmen selling. It's like the kid with the list that said, Ken is nothing more than a salesman. And that's what he is. At the end of the day, he's selling Blu-rays and 4Ks for these companies that send shit to him for free. And that goes for anybody that gets free product, not just them. If you go on and motherfuck their product, they're not going to send you the product for very long. Yeah. That's just the way it is. And who would? What business model would be, oh, we sent you $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 worth of free product, and you went on and fucking trashed us. Well, you're not getting free product anymore. And that's the end of his channel if he doesn't get free product. Nobody would watch. So, that's where the rubber meets the road. And like I said, a lot of these people are just fucking charging it, the FOMO, the whatever. They don't want to miss out and not be one of the cool kids that has everything, I guess, is the what's
look,
happening.
Before you said that, I get everything you said. Like I'm totally on board with you there. But where I kind of do that disconnect at is I got the whole FOMO thing too. But then we got to bring into consideration how much shit is there really on the market that pops up all of a sudden that could be considered FOMO. Like what was that fucking movie, The Keep or whatever, Vinegar Syndrome put out, and everybody fucking was just basically overspending for it already on eBay. But like Alan said, like, yeah, we're all fucking guilty of doing like the PayPal and 4. However, when you're saying you're like 30, 35, 40 grand in fucking debt, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm going, wait a minute, like you're already fucking broke. You're in debt up to your eyeballs, but your biggest concern is to get on YouTube, see what everybody else is getting, and you got to get the same thing for what? Like, how relative do you have to fucking be? Lose your house?
That's how addiction works. That's how addiction works, man. They just fucking got to do it, That's
in this case, it's physical media, but there's so many other things people do the same shit for. But in this case, it just happened in this circle. It's physical media. It's an addiction like anything else, I guess.
Or new releases come out every Tuesday, so they buy one $60 title, and next week they buy another $40 title, and blah blah blah, and it's just compounding with the 25% interest on the credit card, and before you know it, you're fucking 10 grand. You're gonna have to start sucking dick for Blu-rays.
There you go, fucking famous motto of life right there. So it's safe to say, like, you guys saw all those fucking videos pop out all at once too, right? Like
that's some sent to me. But I didn't really. I know there's a lot of that happening right now. But I mean, like,
I should rephrase that. Been like, hey, like, did you guys see like those videos? And do you really think they're fucking real?
I
Or
think
is
they're
it just
real.
like, hey,
That's the sad
the more
part.
we say that we're in debt, the more attention it'll attract to the channel. It'll get more views. People will hit the comment section, be like, oh, I'm like in this much debt, but not that fucking much. You know, just for like an algorithm's sake.
It keeps coming out.
I mean, maybe that's possible too, because people do anything for clicks. But unfortunately, I think it's real, and that's what's really sad about it. It's just like I don't know who told. Where's there a video out there that said, hey, you should go into debt and buy all this stuff? I'm sure Ken or whoever doesn't say at the end disclosure, you shouldn't buy this stuff if you can't afford it, you know, but I think that's kind of common sense too, to defend Ken for the first and only time. It's kind of the common
Well, you know,
sense.
DraftKings has the statement at the end of the commercial where they're like, if you or anybody else you know has a gambling addiction, it's like, what?
Are you addicted to cardboard? Need help? we can take care of you.
Wow.
But
I
we
mean-
did a video. I don't know how popular it was, but you know, we did a video on buying strategies a long time ago. I don't know, it was a year ago, more probably.
Probably more than a year ago.
And it was a really good, informative video, but it's just like it wasn't like us going, hey, buy this, buy that. It was like, hey, if you want, you know, it's a strategy, do this, do that. Maybe you can save money here, do this, you know, wait till this time of year to buy these. And no, now it's like, I guess the cool thing is to go, yeah, well, I ruined my fucking life with physical media and my mom's kicking me out of the house or whatever's happening. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but fortunately, that's what's. I bet it's probably, like Alan said, it's probably any collecting. I don't care if it's baseball cards or coins or whatever. People are doing the same shit,
Yeah.
freaking out and buying this stuff and not waiting,
Already in debt and just going into debt further.
getting a new card, getting a new credit card,
Yeah.
taking out a fucking home equity line, whatever. Get
Well,
stuff out.
For streamers, I mean, the more stuff you have to show off, the more stuff you got to stream. So you get more people come to your channel to check your stuff out. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you see a channel like the views start piling up. So you're like, oh, I got to buy more shit. And, you know, you're trying to get stuff before some other channel and get it out before the other channel gets their video out. And, yeah.
Yeah, but Steve,
Yeah.
like you said, even though with that mindset, like you said, like everybody's got to get that, be the first one to get it in, and the more shit you got, the more content you can make. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, how much money does how much revenue are you raking in from your content compared to all the
None.
shit you're holding up that you're going further and further into debt for?
Basically none. But I think
It ain't gonna pay the bills. Let's just say that.
we never told you to endlessly buy shit. How many times have I been like, hey, you should blind buy this? Very rarely. Like, you know, Johnny, I remember saying the substance, long legs, stuff I know you personally. I know you would like. It's not gonna, you know, it's not like I'm telling you blind buy $100 release, blind buy a $20 release. You're not gonna be. I don't think with either of those. Generally, I'm like, just stream it. Find a way to stream it. Here's a code. Watch it. See if you like it.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
times you told me just to stream it. Don't buy this. You won't like this. That kind of shit. But Johnny has done it before too. He says, don't get this. Don't get this. You ain't gonna like this fucking movie.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, we'd all like be fucking scrolling through the live feeds and shit and being like, dude, there's like 40 fucking people out there being like, hey, buy this. This is fucking great. Like they just sent it to me and like there's no other better release. And it's like,
They
yeah,
sent it to me for
too bad
free.
the fucking
It's the
movie
de-
sucks.
It's the
Yeah.
definitive release. They sent it to me for free. It's the definitive release. This is the absolute one you have to get until next year when Second Sight does it. And then you need that
Yeah.
one too.
Right.
You know, you gotta have that one. It's the same scan, but you need this because the box or whatever. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I'm as shocked as Johnny when it comes to, I never thought people were fucking swiping their credit card, couldn't pay their bills because they were buying cardboard and plastic.
Yeah.
Until this year.
Yeah, I like movies as much as the next guy, but I'm not gonna do that.
Fuck
That's
no.
crazy.
I can tell you this shit, like legitimately, if I was that fucking guy who had like 30, 40, dude, if I had 10 grand in fucking debt because I bought fucking just boxes and boxes of physical media, I wouldn't be fucking sleeping at night. I'd be calling my boss being like, look, is there any other job you can send me to right quick? I gotta get the fuck out of this. I'll never be able to sleep.
I had to pay this shit off, you know, or start selling it. That's what we're doing. We're fucking maxed out in debt. We're selling shit. I mean, I don't know if I ever talked about why I started selling this stuff. I moved 1,000,000 times. I moved this last time. I'm pushing 40. I'm moving tons of fucking shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this no more. I'm just not. And it's not about just movies. It's all kinds of stuff. Well, anyway, let's see what Steve's been getting in.
Long last,
Oh, you got your 7 in, huh?
finally.
You guys all? Do you guys? I know you, Steve. You're not on 4K. Johnny, you checked out the 4K scan, didn't you?
I haven't yet, man. Just like him. I just got mine in, man. So
Yeah, I have. I think it looks good. Yeah.
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 Still need to get into it and watch it.
Now that UK version comes with a Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the American version is just a 4K disc.
Yeah, that's why I had to wait. It was a Zavi exclusive. I got it last minute. It was sold out everywhere else.
So the shitty digipack, that's America, and it's only got the 4K and not the Blu-ray. Is that what
Just
you
one
basically
disc,
said?
4K disc.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man.
Oh, you're fine, man. And then show this off the last stream. But
Oh yeah, the Terminator 4K.
Man, that motherfucker sounds good in this room. I opened the shot with the dun 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 when it starts getting louder and louder. God, man, I hate fucking puberty.
Sounds like it's got Dolby Atmos, according to
Oh
Alan.
god, yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, that's my. I think that was my. Was that what my number one was? That was
Yeah,
close.
number
Right?
one.
Was my number one?
Yeah.
Release of the year.
It's still available. God damn it.
you could probably.
The Steelbook, I think, is still available.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got a nice slipcover too. But I mean, you get the slip 4K of it, but yeah, that's a good release.
Probably my favorite thing about this release is the fact that they brought back the old sound mix.
Yeah.
And then I showed this off, the Substance Steelbook.
The Italian Steelbook.
This one, I think it might be Spanish. I got a French one coming in like in a couple of months. Then again, this is an upgrade. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, The Lookout.
I've never seen that.
It's good. From what I remember, I haven't watched it in a long time, but it's good enough. I remember to pick it up on Blu-ray. And then
He kind of fell off after The Dark Knight Rises.
what's
You know,
that?
it's
Yeah, he did. He was in that new Beverly Hills Cop, but I didn't watch that.
It's just kind of weird that you'd be in The Dark Knight Rises and have such a big role and then just right off a cliff after that.
I mean, honestly, I thought they were setting him up to be the next fucking like Robin or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I showed this off the last stream too.
Mandatory. It's a mandatory purchase.
Fucking release. I
Absolutely.
don't like the fucking artwork, but whatever.
Man, I've never heard like I've seen clips of that popping up on all sorts of channels, like little shorts and stuff. Everybody bought that fucking thing.
It looks so much better than that piece of shit fucking Blu-ray. Like,
Yeah, surprisingly good.
And this is another upgrade. I had like a import, so I picked this up. Yeah.
Have you watched that yet?
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched 4K. I've seen the movie, but I haven't watched my 4K yet.
Yeah. No, I haven't watched this yet, but yeah, I'm definitely familiar with the movie. So I'm looking forward to watching this.
Has anybody ever pointed out how that's like? I think it's a good movie, but is it not clearly like the most obvious Fargo ripoff ever?
Yeah, it's a Coen movie, fucking directed by fucking Sam
Raimi. Yeah.
It's based on a novel. And I don't know. I didn't want to get the Vinegar Syndrome release because I didn't like their fucking artwork. This is the Trauma anniversary release, Cannibal the Musical.
My girl got that in. She said it was awesome. I don't know how good a musical could be, but
Well, I mean, if you like South Park, you like the dumbass songs that they come up with. Like, it's the same kind of shit. It's Matt Stone and Trey Parker's college thesis on Alfred Packer. So it's like pre-South Park shit. And, I kind of avoided this last year because I watched The First Omen, and that kind of, that was my quota for fucking possession movies of the year.
religious possession movies.
and that has some decent shots in it. But I heard this is pretty good too, so I'm looking
I've heard
forward.
a lot of good things about
I've heard
that.
a lot of good things about that one. You know?
Her fucking face will pop up. Trust me.
And then I haven't seen this, but I've seen a couple of people talk about it. I know
Good for
Pops reviewed it and he liked
Yeah.
it, so I picked this up. As well as this, I haven't seen this. I know it's on Shudder, but a couple of people told me it was a good animal.
It is good.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
banger,
dude.
dude. It's a banger.
It's out of
I tell you
print.
what, Steve, have you ever seen fucking Adam Green's Frozen?
Yeah,
All right, so whenever like they finally jump off of the fucking the ski lift and
Yeah.
the wolves actually attack one of them, you can actually hear the bones breaking whenever the wolves are like chewing on his fucking legs and shit.
Yeah.
Is the same effect you'll get from that when you actually see the attack scene happen in the tent at night, and it's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah.
Like I could like as soon as you held that up, that fucking scene popped right in my fucking mind. I was just like, oh man, that's vicious.
You know,
You'll love it.
That's based on a true story. What I'd recommend is watch the movie first and then go out to Google and just type in their names and try to find the article.
I think
Based
I
on
know.
the real deal.
story.
You'll see what they changed for the movie, whatever. But like I said, it's
Yeah.
a solid flick, man.
Yeah, and then like that was the bear like munching on his head, like
Yeah.
licking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
that
that.
movie's done really well.
Yeah, it is good. But as far as like leg breaking scenes, pop this 4K in. I sent the clip to you guys. Watching this thing in 4K and hearing
Yeah.
that fucking thing when the dude falls off the fucking ladder, that'll make you fucking pull your legs off the floor. I'm telling you. Seriously, I watched that and went, Jesus, man. You should watch it and you're just like,
I ain't seen that movie in a while. But
that dude breaking his legs is fucking brutal as hell. And it's just like, I remember like him running from the doll or whatever. I'm like, why was he on the ground? I'm like, yeah, no wonder he's on the fucking ground. His legs are fucking ruined. He broke the shit out of his legs. But I don't know why that's so effective, why that relates to especially men so well, but breaking your fucking leg in a movie, fuck that. Why is that even in here? I don't even want to see it. I damn sure don't want to hear it.
yeah.
Especially the femurs.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Yeah, just random memory. You guys remember whenever in the town, Jeremy Renner breaks into the apartment with Ben Affleck and he shoots the guy in the legs. He goes, "So much for fucking college soccer."
Oh, no? There goes college soccer.
Sorry, we are going off the fucking rails tonight. Sorry, Steve. Goddamn, I'm so sorry.
Been wanting to pick this up for a while. I know Brad likes this movie.
I love that movie.
Got like a media book. It was only $20, so it was a good buy. But like, yeah, I don't know how the fuck this disc clicks back in here.
Has it got the two clips on the bottom of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, like fucking some of the Arrow releases are like that. If you just put the disc in behind the clips, it'll actually fasten in.
yeah.
You feel like you're going to crunch half the disc whenever you
Yeah.
put some pressure on it, but it goes in.
gonna scratch the shit out of it trying to put it back in there. But I'll get to that later.
I'd love to say you bought a great movie, man, but Jesus. Ugh.
It's rough. It's not. It ain't. It's not. That is an aggressive rape monster. Let's just say that. That is a seriously. That's a
Get
part.
that.
That rape monster is there to party.
It's
You know,
one to
it's
watch
not
with babies then.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's it's tastefully done. The girl in the world.
Yeah.
The girl in the wheelchair hiding in the bathroom. The fucking monster.
And I'm not sure what this is. It's kind of like a free shipping pickup.
Oh, is it one of those?
Drive it
Joe Bob.
Show
Yeah.
the trailers.
last drive-in jamboree.
Hold on a second, where the fuck did you get that from?
I got it from Orbit. It's Barbie and Kendra Clash.
But it's not Joe Bob related, right?
No, it was on like the last drive-in, I think, but it was only like $10.95, something like that on Orbit.
Holy shit.
Zuli's about
Okay.
to get a text. Find this, order it.
I need that in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So I'm assuming he showed it at the Jamboree, and it just shows like the movie and plus his intercut segments at the Jamboree hosting it.
probably something like that. And then picked up a PBS Poisoner's Handbook documentary. Just kind of like a documentary on one of the first like scientific forensic dudes.
Steve, you probably got your name put on a list for buying that fucking movie.
I was thinking the same thing.
I got it moved.
Okay.
And then same thing with this. This is just like some weird theremin documentary. It's that weird instrument you hear on like all the 50s movies and like the Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Late Night with the Devil, right? They actually have one set up on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stage where he's fucking around with it. There you go.
That's my haul.
Cool.
Nice one.
Hell of a haul, man. Hell yeah.
It's been a while. We haven't done these in forever. All right. So I used Tony's code. I think it's just Basement on the Arrow Video sale, and they've been here for a while. But I got Tremors 2 Aftershocks. I think this one was like 17 with his code. Their discount and then discounted further with Tony's code. I think it's again Basement. Check with Tony, he'll tell you. But I've rewatched this. I enjoyed it. I rewatched both of them actually. They're right in a row. I do like the congruent, artwork.
Yeah.
Of these, and like the whole like, is Jaws a horror movie? If Jaws is definitely a horror movie compared to this. This was like just straight up like a fun adventure, Steven Spielberg type thing. Jaws is much darker than this. Barely any gore, a lot less gore than I remember. And this one is much more of a horror movie than the first one. There's a lot more gore and I think it's Phil Tippett does the effects in this. And I really enjoyed this second one after not seeing it in so long. It's a lot of fun and much more. You get a lot more Burt in it, which Burt was my favorite character from the first one. So naturally, he's like him and Fred Ward are the stars in this one. They couldn't get anybody else back basically. But
yeah, and I think Burt goes for all the rest. I think there's like 8 of those fuckers. I got them over there. 7
basically.
Like a mini series or something too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little long. The list should have been shortened up a little bit, but I had a lot of fun with it on the rewatch. And again, the congruent artwork, I really like what they did here. Both of them look really good on 4K too. So for what that
Tremors release is fantastic, man. The special features of that bitch are great for that first one.
This 4K is got to be the most hated 4K on Arrow's line, and it was already marked down I think at $10, and I think I got it for $8 with Tony's code. The Hills Have Eyes 4K, which I haven't opened it yet. I haven't checked it out, but I've always heard the scan is terrible somehow. But for $8 for a 4K, I couldn't leave it there.
I mean, a movie like that, whatever, you can forgive a lot of the scan. It's supposed to look gritty and shitty.
Yeah,
that's just kind of the charm of it. You want to watch that like on VHS quality.
So
for $8
with Tony's code, it was well worth it. I sold off the limited editions of these next two for $100 plus, I think. And so I went back to buy the standard editions. I got the RoboCop. I think this was around 18 with Tony's code, standard edition. I don't know if it drops any features, but it sure as hell doesn't look like it because it's pretty well loaded with bonus features. So I'm happy to get this back in the collection after selling off my limited edition. One limited edition paid for this order like 3 times over. So again, we're talking about budgets and all this stuff. I sold one of these for $120. I think the other one sold for $99. And this whole order was, I don't know, $60, something like that.
Yeah.
So again, this is not like my way is the best way, but if you're looking to save some money, you can go that route. Also limited the edition I sold off American Werewolf in London. This is kind of the one I went to get back, and this was again around $18 with Tony's code. Looks like all the features carry over, so I'm more than happy to just have the standard edition. This is a new thing. I don't think I've ever seen that before with the sticker like made in Austria. I've seen a couple recently with that. I don't know if they switched. Like I always thought most discs were made in Mexico, but apparently these are made in Austria. How's that improve it? I got the 7 4K Steelbook. Great looking 4K. I don't know how this doesn't make my best of the year, even though it's only January. Same features, four commentaries, some making of stuff. I had a problem with my disc. I reached out to these guys. They didn't have a problem with it. I put it into my other player. It played fine. And then when I went to put it away, I turned it over. This is the first time I fucking turned it over and looked at the back of this. Huge scratch. huge fucking scratch that never even occurred to me that there'd be a scratch on a brand new disc. But it's happened before on other releases. But so mine is scratched, and I reached out to Warner Brothers. They told me they would send me a disc in 2 to 3 months if one was available. So that's how well. And they're talking about. I was like, I don't need the disc from the Steelbook because I know the Steelbook's hard to get. You can give me the disc from that bullshit one that you fucking got for all I care. I don't give the whatever the Digi book or whatever the fuck it is, Digipack. So this is a great 4K. Are there people complaining about this? Are they saying it's not good? Because this is a great looking disc. Yeah, Alan, you've seen it.
Oh, it looks fucking great, dude. I had no problems with it.
I haven't read any complaints.
It looks. I was telling Tommy Star about this. I said you can see the texture of Morgan Freeman's pockmarks on his face. Like it's like that detailed. It looks really good, and Fincher oversaw the restoration. And he's a stickler for everything. He fixed a couple things. I had no complaints with that whatsoever. This next one, I finally got a real good price on this on eBay. Death Wish, I think it was $10 shipped or something like that. Brand new. It was an auction. I won the auction, but it came smashed from USPS. I reached out to the guys. I said, listen, I sell on eBay too. This sucks. But man, this thing is smashed. I mean, the discs are fucking loose. I mean, I showed him pictures. He said, don't worry about it. I said, I'll send it back to you, whatever you need. And he just gave it to me for free. I put a new case on it. But I guess the package was insured, so he got made whole anyway. But this is I really enjoy this movie. And I'm not telling you it's the greatest movie in the world, but I don't understand the hate with this. It's a lot of fun. It's fucking it's what you think it is. I mean, it's Bruce Willis shooting bad guys. That's what I wanted, and that's what I got. And,
it's a fun movie. I don't understand the hate either because I enjoyed it. Every time I've seen it 3 times, I like it. Every time I've seen it, I have no problems with it. So.
I was about to say too, like Brad, you and Alan have like now literally for probably the better part of 3 or 4 years now told me to watch that movie, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll get around to it. And I still haven't. There you are holding up a fucking 4K of it. I'm like, all right, dude, fuck it. I'm just gonna buy it because I'm not gonna pay $7 to rent it.
It's a cheap 4K. Thing. I mean, I paid $10 for it and I got it for free, but it's not. My sleeve's a little messed up, but Eli Roth, whatever, he says that it was butchered in editing, and even still, I think it's good. So I would love to see his cut of it, but I think there was a shooting or something that happened as they were editing it, and the studio said tamp down the violence or cover some of the gore with CG or whatever. But it's a good movie, in my opinion. But hey, what do I know? I sold off the Maniac. I'll go through those last. These I got from UK Tony. I had him order the Possessor 4K for me. And then some other stuff was getting announced. I said, just hold it till the end of the year. So he sent me the Possessor 4K, which is probably the biggest disappointment of the year. This does not look anywhere near as good as the Neon 4K before this. And it's the rated version, not the NC-17 version. So this one's I'm going to be selling this one off. Unfortunately, I don't need a rated version of this. And the only thing that's new on this is like a couple interviews. You get an interview with Brandon Cronenberg, which is like, again, he's a slug. I don't really care to hear from him ever, but this should have been the uncut version. They told us at Second Sight it was going to be the uncut version, but it's not. And the 4K does not look as good as the Neon one, which is crazy for me, being this is Second Sight. I was so
I was about
to see this.
I was about to say the first time I ever heard bad shit about Second Sight on any Second Sight release right there. But hey, fucking 100%. I know you are a fucking huge fan of that movie.
Yeah, I put the
the
other one in right after this one, and I was just like, because I'm watching and I'm going, this doesn't look very good. This looks messy and kind of really like blurry in places. I'm like, this doesn't look right at all. And I put the other one in it, just like it's like you open the fucking box from Pulp Fiction, watching the other one. This one looks a lot worse. I don't know.
The only mistake that movie. the only mistake that movie ever made right there was the producers didn't hire you to do like an editorial review of that fucking movie. I think it would have sold more.
Let me explain to you what that movie is. There's a 2-hour video on it. We talk about it for 2 hours. Of course, you know, I haven't cracked into this yet. I got the Hitcher 4K. Everybody's seen this. I'm toying around dumping this for the cheap one. The studio release is the exact same scan. So this goes for like 40 some bucks. I'm toying around with that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But everybody knows about that release. Everybody got it. This one I got in because I have the regular neon release, and I just wanted to see what Second Sight did with it because this movie looks crazy. I mean, it's got like, I don't know, for a Blu-ray, this thing really, what's the word, pops? I don't know what to tell you, but it looks great. I don't have the language skills for it, but it looks really good. This release, the last release looked good. I didn't compare these, but I can tell you this thing, it's the same director as The Substance. It's got her exact same style, you know, the extreme close-ups, the sound design, all that stuff. But this is a really strong. I like this more than The Substance. I'll just say that. But I like The Substance too. They're both really good. They're totally different movies, but you can definitely tell it's the exact same director. But I would recommend this to anybody. And again, it's just a Blu-ray. It looks great. It looks like any 4K that I have seen. I sold off of the Maniac limited edition lenticular. I don't remember, $50 I think I got for it. And it paid for these 2 releases plus a little cash. I was able to finally get a good deal on this. I've been wanting to pick this up forever. Again, eBay. I got the Maniac 4K from Blue Underground. The only difference is this is in 4K and it's not lenticular. I can live with that. Loaded with bonus features. It actually has a Joe Spinell full-length documentary in this, which is really good. But, you know, everybody's seen Maniac. It's a great one. Shot-wise, it's not the best for 4K. I mean, there's some pretty glaring weaknesses in 4K. Like, she goes in the big subway underground scene, and the train is like, she misses the train takes off, and then there's a shot of her on the train tracks. And when you see the shot of her on the train tracks, there's like 2 policemen standing right next to her. it's like, how did you fuck that up? But it missed it. It missed editing all these years, and it's still in there. But it's a fun movie. Christmas time, January. You know, what are those people doing on the beach? By the way, at the beginning, the middle of winter in New York, they're on the beach. And they get murdered by Joe Spinell. Like, what are you doing out there? It's freezing ass cold. Who the fuck falls asleep on the beach in the middle of winter like that?
With that little bitty ass fire, right? Like that fucking thing's like that big.
Yeah, but it's a really good release. You can get a good price on it. You know, it's not the easiest to get a good price on either. I've been watching this forever, but again, sold off that lenticular, bought that, and I bought this. And this is definitely not a typical type release for me. I got the Midsommar Director's Cut 4K from A24. This release, when it came out, I think it was $60 or $70. I don't remember how much it was. It was very expensive, and then it sold out, and it was going for like $150 on eBay. And then they printed more, and they must have printed the fuck out of it, because I saw this at Walmart, and that's what got the wheels turning. I'm like, if it's at Walmart, there has to be about 1 billion of these. Yep. So I started scouring eBay, and I wanted to see the director's cut. I wanted to see the 4K, but there's some foreign releases that have that, and that's what I was going to get because I'm not a limited edition guy. What am I going to fucking do with this? But the more I look, the more that those foreign releases are like $40, $50, and I'm like, well, shit, I can get the real release, the US release, for $40, $50. And then I found this for $25 on eBay. I'm like, well, fuck it. All I really want is this fucking disc. But, for the $25, I mean, yeah, it's a book and whatever. It's got stuff like this in it. I don't know. But, Johnny, if you get a good deal on this, I think you would like this release. And the 4K.
Oh, you sold me on it, man. I was definitely just wanting to, because I know, man, like, especially when it comes to, like theatrical cuts compared to director's cuts or unrated cuts. Me and you kind of always went back and forth on being like, dude, like, okay, fucking, there's literally 4 minutes of difference. Like, does that really make a difference? And I was really curious on especially looking at the run times that separates from what we've always seen compared to that release. I was really wanting to know what exactly was the difference. And you did say there was a little bit more gore, you felt like, in
20
that cut.
minutes longer, and it felt gorier to me. It felt like all practical gore. This version's NC-17. The other version's rated R. So, and it's a really good looking 4K. Again, I don't
like the director's cut more than the theatrical cut.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, just from memory, it felt a lot more gory. And again, if I can do NC-17, that's what I want to see. It didn't feel like it was more perverted or anything. It just felt, like I said, more gore, and it's a fucking great looking 4K. So getting this for $25, I think it's worth the squeeze. And even if you just pull this fucking disc out and put it in your other release, but this thing is going to get beat to death in my collection. I know that, but I'm in it for the disc. I was happy. I watched it. I liked it. Like after watching it after all these years, I can definitely feel more Hereditary in it than I used to. Like they used to be so different to me, and now it's almost the same shit. You know, the cult and all that stuff. But Hereditary is a lot better than this, in my opinion. But I still liked it a lot, and I liked it a lot the second time. But that's all I got. Like I said, I got this fancy. And by the way, the person who sold me this in the fucking bubble mailer. You know, so it got a little dinged up, and but again, I was in my mind. I told my girl this. I was like, I'm probably just gonna fucking pull my disc out of this, and then try to sell its packaging on eBay. Pull this guy and put it in my old Blu-ray because I don't care about this stuff. But Johnny, I feel like this is right up your alley, and I'd recommend it for sure. Especially,
I was gonna say, man, if memory serves me correctly, man, and I could be completely wrong on this, but you did say fucking that release right there was like a $60 release whenever they first was marketing that on the A24 site. But I believe, man, there was at one point you had like a choice where you could do that with that release. You also got like a replica of the little flower headband they wear in those movies. You could get one of those with that release, and they wanted like a fucking $100 for that thing, man. I was just like, Jesus Christ! I wonder how many fucking people's gonna pop up on YouTube wearing that fucking thing. I never saw not the first one, so I was like, okay, like everybody wasn't fucking dumb enough to buy that shit.
all A24 is fucking like promotional shit when they come out with movies. Fucking sells out right away, and it's fucking sells on eBay like
expensive as hell. The hands, the whatnot.
Yeah. Like the Talk to Me hand. I think it was like I got mine with shipping for like $125, and they sold out. I think they're going for like $350 on eBay right now.
What did they do for the Lighthouse?
I think they did like little carvings of the mermaid or something.
The mermaid cherub or whatever.
Figure, yep, in the mattress. Yeah.
We're A24 purists here. We only have the fucking good shit. And by the way, it's big. It's not like. This thing looks like it's a poster with these.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought. I just say that I see it in person.
Well, it's like these little twerps that are holding it up, and it's like this. To them, it's like it's like this huge thing, but it's big. It's too big, but it's not crazy. A24, man. That if you're talking about a label that has just gone off a cliff, like they used to do good stuff, and now it's like it all seems to be like that everywhere all at once. Dare to be great bullshit.
Well, the Heretic, whatever that kind of came. I thought Heretic was pretty solid.
Maybe it's a return, for them, but
that was a pretty decent release.
I look at it like Neon is just pushing their shit in. Like it's like Neon. Everything that A24 wanted to be, Neon is becoming that.
Yeah.
Hey man, I feel the exact same way on that shit. A24, man, like you said, with that broad spectrum. Alan, what the hell was that movie where we were watching where the dude's best friend died from like being fucked by a horse? What was that movie?
Death of Dick Long.
Yeah, the Death of Dick Long.
Yeah, man. Fucking, and for some reason, man, every time I hear that goddamn Nickelback song, man, I think about that goddamn movie now, and I'm just like, oh Jesus. All right, fellas, you want me to run through this right quick? All right. So yeah, of course, like you said, everybody's bought this bitch up. I definitely was going to be fucking
for good reason.
Front and center for this. And I know I couldn't make it while you guys were doing like, your top 5 picks for the year of 2024. The only reason why this didn't make my release is because I was just being brutally honest. I love the hell out of the scan. This looks miles better than that fucking Blu-ray. Like Steve said, looks like dog shit compared when you put this in now, because the color correction with that tint has been properly applied and it looks great to me. But I didn't watch none of the special features, so I couldn't sit there and say like, well, this is definitely going to be number one for me because the Coen brothers actually put all the features on there that I wanted from the begin with. So I couldn't do that honestly, but I'm sure I'll get around to the special features sooner or later. I have watched this goddamn scan though at least 8 times by now. And I think I watched it 6 times within the first 2 days of getting it. And Zully was like, okay, dude, like you're making that movie one of my favorites, one of my most hated. Like take that out of the fucking player.
It's enough.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love it, man. I still think that anyway, right after this was about to get released, and I should have pulled it off the bookshelf in there. But one of my Christmas presents that I definitely wanted for like, little fucking Amazon wish list thing that I gave the wife is Josh Brolin went on the Joe Rogan show, and I sent Brad a little excerpt where he was talking about where they were on the set doing this movie, where he felt like that this wasn't going to be that big movie that everybody has now since panned it to be, where he said like pretty much on set, like there was a few people going like, oh, like Coen Brothers already made The Lady Killers, which didn't stick. So they were kind of worried about what direction they were going with writing and shit. And Josh Brolin. So he was the reason why he went on Rogan, of course, was because he was publicizing his book so it could sell. So I told Zully, I was like, man, like if you get me that book, like I'll fucking read that bitch. Sure enough, fucking Christmas came around. That was one of my gifts. So I was like, fuck yeah. I'm in the middle of like 3 books now, so I can't get into that one, but I'm sure y'all get into it. But I did look at I looked on, I think it was like Reddit or somewhere, and they actually dictated the pages where he talks about No Country for Old Men in his book. So I just skipped ahead and read those pages first just to cheat a little bit. But yeah, fucking love that movie. Anybody who does not have that movie in their collection, first of all, if you don't like this fucking movie, like I hate your guts. Like you should fucking die. Like you just don't never contact me. I'll never do nothing with you for sure. But yeah, I won't even talk to you. Fucking throw piss on you if you're on fire. That movie is one of the best movies in the fucking world, 100%. So yeah, that was money well spent. Brad, what did we get this for? I know me and you went back and forth where we were like
34, but I had trouble getting it, but Johnny just stayed the course and kept his. I was canceling orders. I was freaking out about it. And Johnny's just like, I'll fucking get it when it gets here. I just want to make sure I get it. And I was like, I want it fucking here today. God damn it. Get it here. Like,
when you guys were doing your top 5, I noticed that you and Steven both held it up. And even Steve was like, too, he was like, hey man, like, I don't know what the fuck that artwork's all about, but this never happens in the movie. And I'm like, dude, like, I fucking know. But in the end of the day, this is where I go, as much of a fucking fan as I was of Train Spotting, and then I saw that fucking packaging that Criterion did for Train Spotting, I'm like, at least we didn't get that fucking packaging. I'll settle for that artwork that never took place in the movie. Fuck it. But I do like the disc artwork though, man. That fucking that whole thing.
Yeah, the disc artwork makes up for it with the coin.
With the heads yeah, man. That's money well spent, man. One day, not too long ago, I was fucking just marinating around the house or whatever, and Brad hits me up and he's like, "Hey, got a little bit of time to burn?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he sends me this fucking code to put in to redeem a movie, and that movie was none other than fucking what I would call one of the best. Just thinking about this memory is fucking horrible. But anyway, the movie was Shot Caller, which was fucking great. That's probably one of the best prison movies I've ever seen. Yeah, but of course, my memory goes back like maybe 3 or 4 years ago when I'm like fucking on a live stream trying to convince Brad that, oh, what a great prison movie this is. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking garbage compared to that fucking Shot Caller.
It's still a good movie.
Oh god, dude, fucking schooled me all the way through and through. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Animal Factory still holds that. That was a blind watch for me when I got it. So that was
Willem Dafoe. It's still a good prison movie.
Yeah, I got that. Nothing like Shot Caller. Shot Caller is like that fucking movie where it's like, not only is it going to get as realistic as it can get, but it's going to fucking show you the politics of fucking prison like nobody's ever thought of before. I still think I watched that movie once and I was like, it won't be long and I'll be right back to it, even though I say prison movies are probably what I would call the truly terrifying movies. How everybody watches horror movies now and they're like, oh, I'm still so scared of them. Nah, watch a fucking prison movie like Shot Caller. That shit will probably make you think about doing some decisions in your fucking life.
Yeah.
He sent me this one. I'm definitely going to get to it. Hopefully, I'm going to pop this shit in tomorrow while nobody's at home. Have the fucking living room free to myself, but that's a profit.
I think you'll like that.
I know you said it to me for a reason. And as soon as I dug it out of the box that you sent me, I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like, here we go again. I'm about to take this wild, scary ass ride for like another prison movie."
I don't. It's not as good as Shockholder was my number one in the prison stream. I think that's the best prison movie ever. But Moon Prophet, I think you will like. It's more like City of God. Did you ever see City of God?
Yep.
Yeah, it's more like that. And even though it does take place in prison, but it's a French prison, and they have a lot of different. Like people go home at like night in French prisons. It's weird. There's weird stuff with it, but it's still very good. It's just not something I ever saw myself watching again. But I think you'll get something out of it.
That fucking scene, man, I'm telling you, it's probably burning my brain for the rest of my life, man. But as we creep towards the end of Shot Caller, man, fuck, I know I've talked to you about this numerous times, man, but we're outside in the yard, and the way they have the yard set up is they literally have 2 fucking cages set up out in the middle of the yard, and the 2 rivals have now just hit these fucking cages.
Shit! Get him on the grass! And get him, buddy! Get down!
40 yard, one-on-one, enemy come back, enemy come back.
Fuck that Nathaniel up, homie! Get him, boy, get him! Whoa!
And if anybody who hasn't seen that fucking movie, do yourself a favor, go watch. It's the most fucking truly terrifying movie of what could happen to one fucking person by just based on a really bad decision.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the prison too. Like the rules don't end because you're not in prison anymore.
Oh, no.
These people that get involved in this stuff. But I mean, the cast, John Bernthal is great in it. The guy who plays Bottles, the guy with the glasses, he's not in it a whole lot, but he's awesome in it. You know, and of course, Nikolai, whatever his name is,
Jamie Lannister.
Jamie Lannister
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones is great in it. When he has to go take out that guy finally, and he's like, "Hey, you're late. You know, what are you doing?" And he's like, ice cold. He's got the whole kit that he buys, and I don't know, the tape and all that stuff.
Howard's been calling you all day. What the fuck? Let's go.
The fuck you mean he's been calling me? He's been calling.
Like that.
Yeah.
I just love
And
everything.
the way they did his transformation throughout the
Yeah.
movie, I thought it was fantastic.
He
Man.
becomes unrecognizable. It's like a
Solid.
Walter White type thing.
Yeah.
The guy, fucking Alan Hype down there, he's like, dude, man, the way they fucking pace that movie, fuck yeah, dude, I'm all in.
Yeah.
But fucking, like you said, Bottles too, man. Like the way he plays that character in that movie, and believe it or not, out of all the fucking people inside that yard at that time, too, that's the motherfucker who's calling shots. He's just running up the
he
street,
had that yard.
being
He
like,
had those
what the fuck?
keys. But the Bernthal, the way he's like kind of his dog, and he's like literally his like orderly, and he explains to him like Bottles doesn't have to shave his head. Everybody else has to shave his head, and he's like, this is Bottles. That's his nickname, and you will address him with respect. He has the keys to this yard, or bad things are going to happen to you, essentially. And you get it right from the beginning that Bottles is like the kingpin there, and he explains to him like, this safety in these numbers isn't free. There's no free rides here. You will work like everyone else works.
Earn your keep, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. What a
and
fucking
he sure does. He sure does put in a lot of work.
I just remember fucking you sent me that code and I burned it immediately and was like, all right, like fucking here we go. Like I'm all in. Here we go. This fucking gotta be, if this is Brad's fucking favorite prison movie, I'm probably gonna walk away with this movie like with a few scars. Sure enough, I was like, all right, it's gonna be a little bit before I can go back to that movie.
The murdering in it's not a glamorous murdering. I mean, it's brutal, like in your face, gotta make sure he's dead kind of murdering. Look a motherfucker in the eye and stick him 300 times.
And these motherfuckers are purposely like going for like the main arteries too to make sure you're not getting up walking away from the yard. It's like, whew. Yeah, fucking stoked to dig into that one, man. I promise you I'm gonna get around to it. I just gotta fucking find my balls to fucking pop that one in because I already know what I'm in for. Next one up, man. Believe it or not, I haven't seen this movie, man. Super fucking cool that you sent it to me, though. Hacksaw Ridge. I'm just one of those people who haven't got around to it, but perfect reason to get to it finally.
Mel Gibson directed.
And I love war movies, man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I haven't just made my way around to it yet, man, but it's there. So is the next one I'm going to hold up to. It's like, goddamn, dude, do you do anything? It's like, well, gaming takes up a lot of time and work.
Rearing children and working like a fucking dog.
Yeah, it goes, man. I mean, I don't want to be fucking 40 grand in debt for physical media, so I do appreciate you sending me all
that stuff behind me. All that stuff behind me is not on the credit card, so I'm sorry. I got to go to work to pay for it.
There you go. Yeah, so, fucking super stoked for that one, man. Can't wait to check it out. As soon as you sent that in, I hit Matt up, and I was like, hey, man, have you checked this out yet? And he's like, dude, why are you fucking asking me that? You should have already done seen it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, my bad, dude. I'll get around to it. Next up, Brad's been talking about this fucking movie for probably since day one. I think I sent you the Ricky O movie from like category 3, and this is one of the movies that popped up immediately after that. Still haven't watched it yet. I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
I saw the steelbook for this fucking movie probably 4 times now, sitting in different Walmarts where I was like, wait a minute, why the fuck does that movie have a steelbook for it? Especially a Walmart exclusive.
4K steelbook.
Yeah, but I'll definitely get around to it, man. Fucking
It's probably going to be the next WTF if we get over
just
Yeah,
let me know a date, man. I'll be fucking more than happy to jump on. Just let me digest.
That's a much better Sunday movie than Un Brava to watch by yourself. Even I think Zoli would like it too, but it's not what you're thinking. It's more like Gran Torino. I mean, how would you describe that movie, Alan? The man who killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
It's not really what you expect, but yeah, Gran Torino. Yeah, I get some vibes for that, whatever. But yeah, Sam Elliott's great in it, man. Like I said, I think you're really gonna fucking dig it. But yeah, I think Gran Torino is a good comparison. That vibe.
Nice, man. All right, so like out of like fucking 5 stars, what both of you give it right off the top of your head? Even sitting now after so much time has passed.
It's gonna get between a 3.5 and 4 for me out of 5. Yeah, probably 3.5 for sure. But
what you got, Brad?
3.5. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
no shit. All right, man.
There's a lot to it. A lot more of the story. It's ambiguous in a way, and it's and he's not like, Joe Perfect. He's fucked up some things in his life, and he's got major regrets, and he's a war hero and all this other stuff. It's not a grindhouse movie. It's a drama. It's 100% a drama.
More of a drama, then.
Yeah,
looks
it's
like
100% a drama. No, not an action flick at all. It's 100% a drama.
Yeah,
there is some
not
action.
not what you think it is, but it's really good. I think it's right up your alley, John.
Yeah, there's some action in it, but again, there's action in the wrestler, but that's a drama all day.
103 right here. It's called The Bench. I don't know nothing about this shit. I don't even know. Quarantine Films. Never even heard of that studio before.
Yeah, I've never seen that title.
I'll say this. I've kind of made it a rule for a while now where, like Brad said earlier, like I'm pretty a little bit careful now. Like, even you said it best, Alan. Like now you look at it now and you look at the piles that's coming in for your shit and you're like, well, hey, like there's like 5% blind buys in my stack compared to like the 50% it was before.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing where I'm cutting this shit out. I'm just happen to be a little bit loyal to Horror Pack, even with a price increase. And I'll definitely justify that by saying, the guys who run Horror Pack, which is Chris and Diego, I've known those guys now for fucking years. They're just a couple miles down the road from me. I hit them up all the time, talk to them and shit. They'll give me a little bit of information every once in a while on like what they're about to send and all that shit. I never leak nothing, because I'm just fucking loyal as hell to them. They know that shit. So I'll stick with them. I'm sure we're about to get another price increase again, which I kind of got a little bit of heads up on that shit. And we'll see who all sticks around, but yeah, this is 103 for that shit. I've got all 103 of these things now. I probably, maybe out of 103 of them, I probably haven't seen 10% of what they put out with these things, but I definitely love
new movies every month. I mean, it's hard to keep up with it. Yeah.
It is. It's a little bit hard. Me and
I'd have known back in the day that they had a number release in every fucking box. I'd have been there day one.
Gotcha. I rolled in on number 7 to be exact, man. So I had to go back on eBay and get the previous 6 that had released before number 7. And I just had trouble getting one locked in. I had to pay some money for it that I didn't really care to pay for it, but it was like number 1 for the lot. It was like Big Ass Monster Killer. I think I might have paid like $30 for it, and I went to go look back on it a while back to see what it was going for. It's going for like $150 because you can't buy that movie anywhere else.
You get a chance one day. You got them all on your shelf in order, right?
Yep.
You get a chance, take a picture of your shelf. I want to get a list of the spine of all of them. Just
as his accountant. Please don't send that.
I'd never go down that road.
Brad basically just say, Johnny, wherever you do, don't fucking send that picture or that out. But look, I'll tell you this, man. Like fucking as much as I blow the horn for them, man. Those guys have always been really good to me. I've met up with them multiple times now, man. Always been fucking great guys. There has been plenty of times, man, where I've got a lot of shit in where it's been like, fuck, I've already got it, or the shit that they have sent me, I'm knowing for a fact that they're going through Hamilton to buy in bulk for cheaper prices, and they're sending the same shit. I mean, I hate to say that, but that is the exact truth of it. But when it comes to the limited editions, though, like they're really the only company who's pushing independent filmmaking. And usually, for most of the times out of that box, if you try to go get these releases themselves, I'm holding this one up as an example, but it's really not. If you go and you try to buy these things just individually somewhere else, like you're automatically looking, because it's an independent film, you're buying it straight from the person who's either directed it, produced, or whatever. They're wanting like $25-$30
It's going to
just
be the price of the subscription for the one title anyway.
Exactly. So, but yeah, the rest of the stuff usually kind of comes in bulk. I wish I would, the other three I'm about to hold up, I wish they were like really good quality shit. They're definitely not. They're like Hamilton, like $4 or $5 bin kind of shit, but just name the game. The past couple of months, I've got shit from Scream Team releasing from them that automatically goes for like $25-$30 a pop. And then you get 3 more titles with it, which kind of, pays for the box itself. But it is what it is. The next one up, this is one that came in the same box, Cherry Tree. Who the fuck knows? I can tell you by that cover right there, it's probably not going to be for me. I've seen 1,000 movies with that similar kind of fucking, with that cover right there we all have. And it's just like, yeah, be lucky if it's middle of the fucking road. So.
That's something I invented back in the day.
I mean, here's one right here that's probably going to take some fucking some opiates and God knows whatever else to get through. But the Jurassic Dead. I mean,
Steve, you got Jurassic Dead in?
No.
Look, did you see that response? Even Steve like kind of hiked his eyebrow, and he's like, he's holding that up. Ugh.
I wouldn't even buy
that. Steve's like, I wouldn't watch that if you gave it to me for free.
Everybody's got a few.
Yeah. Next one up. Here's another one. This looks like the chick from Zombieland.
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, Abigail Breslin or whatever.
There you go. Yep. Haunter. So that was it for that box. So here's my expensive stuff right here. I'll run through that right quick. Steve held this up just a little bit ago, so I had to get mine in. I had to order it from a place I definitely didn't want to support anymore due to their fucking the guy who runs that operation has had 2 store closings now, if not 3 to my memory.
It's
constantly for a person who dabbles in a little bit of experimental substances. This guy's a full-blown fucking bathtub crankhead.
For sure.
Has tons and tons of fucking mental health issues to the point where he takes weeks off of work for fulfilling his customers' orders, then gets on live streams for some reason to tell the people that are buying his products how stupid they are for buying the movies that they buy. I had to go through this motherfucker to buy this movie at a decent price because everybody else wanted way too much for it, but that is the 4K Steelbook of 7.
Yep.
And I wouldn't have definitely not have bought this from this guy if it was my last resort. And not to mention Brad was just like, if you don't buy this fucking movie, I'm never going to talk to you again.
That's exactly what happened.
I mean, it was just word for word. And he's like, dude, like we fucking love Fincher, man. Like what the hell's going on? Like why do you not have this yet? So, and I definitely wasn't going to buy that fucking digipack. That's a full blown disgrace in my opinion. But
those stickers come off too. Those are just stickers on the Steelbook, which is great.
Yeah. That definitely feels like it's beneath the plastic. But I ain't worried about that shit though. That I'm super stoked though. So the American one, like you said, didn't include the Blu-ray with it, but this one actually,
yeah.
So that's cool.
I think 4K is largely an American phenomenon. I don't think it's big overseas.
So while you guys were grabbing this at like $25-$30, I had to pay the fucking meth head $40 for
23 and change shipped from Groove.
I think I got mine for like 32 shipped.
Yeah, but yours is a different release. It also has the Blu-ray. That adds some money to it. 4K, it's just a 4K disc. My Steelbook.
For what it's worth, me and Alan back in the day, about 4 years ago, I know for a fact Alan was probably giving about what I pay for mortgage now to him probably every 2 weeks. But I was right behind Alan, like totally taking advantage of those Arrow video sales. I mean, me and Alan was growing our fucking collections really quickly by his sales. And then to watch him get on his live streams or his comment section and literally just tell us that, hey, I don't care how much money you guys spent with me. I'm going through a mental health crisis. I can't get out of bed in the morning. You guys are just going to have to wait 2 or 3 weeks. The shit comes in when it comes in, and when it goes out, it's my decision, not yours. And I was like, fuck him.
Yeah, that motherfucker lost a lot of money from me and Johnny back in the day. We were
still doing it. He's still doing those videos. Still.
I think we had that moment, too, where we were, like, hitting each other up, like, one after he did one of his live streams, and we were like, dude, like, why the fuck are we giving him, like, thousands of dollars? Like, this makes no sense. Like, we'll just take our fucking business somewhere else. And that was the end of that. So,
yeah. That's the way it should be.
I assure you, I'm almost done here. So here's my fucking big expensive box. I definitely didn't order 2 of the releases. That was right there in the catalog with these 3, just because I already had both of them on different releases and same disc and everything. I just didn't see the means to double dip. Super stoked for this one though. First time to 4K, and this is one of my fucking Pam Grier fucking classics right there with Foxy Brown, Coffee, the whole 9 yards. That is Jackie Brown.
Oh,
I love this movie. I can tell you this right now. When it comes to Tarantino, Hateful Eight is number 1. Jackie Brown is somewhere between 3 and 4 for me. Love the fuck out of this flick. Made a pact with the wife though. I wouldn't crack these open until she had like a night off where we could literally just binge them, all of them. So I'm gonna have to try to stick to that shit, or otherwise I'll wind up we're fucking divorced or something. But
yeah,
is that the Steelbook?
That's the Steelbook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick that up.
Well, I can warn you. So there were 40. 3 of them. The 4 of them were $40 a pop. Jackie Brown, Kill Bill 1 and 2 was $40 a piece. Reservoir Dogs, they took the same old fucking Steelbook release, splashed it with a little bit of pink paint on it, called it an exclusive, and they were like, well, since we already released it before, we should give it like a $10 discount and charge 30 for it.
30.
And I was like,
that Lionsgate Limited on the corners there.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what?
It is.
Fuck that. Same disc art, the whole 9 yards, just a little bit of pink paint. I'm good with the one I got.
No.
But for this one, though, that's a whole different ball game. That's first time to 4K for me right there. That bitch includes the digital code in it, too, for me. I know a lot of people don't care about digital codes, but that'll go a long ways with me as well. But super stoked to have that shit right there. Fuck, man. I could say somewhere... I could say so much about Robert De Niro's career by the time he made this fucking movie, but I'm not going to do it. But I love that fucking movie, though, man.
I can't wait to see Robert De Niro in 4K shooting Melanie.
For about 21 seconds, we get to see Robert De Niro at that point in his career, fucking Bridget Fonda in that scene, and he's out of. Oh, Jesus Christ!
He's going to have the worst sex scene in the history of sex scenes. By the way, he refuses to smoke. And they put a bong in front of him, and it's just like it's the fakest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. And then he has the sex scene, which is got to be the second fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's like making noises like his character in Goodfellas. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But it's just like that is the worst acting he has ever done in his life when he's trying to smoke the weed and then bang Bridget Fonda.
I can tell you this, man. Like as many films as I've definitely watched, man. That's including Alligator as well, which is one of my favorite Robert Forster films. I would say that the role that Pam Grier and Robert Forster did together for Jackie Brown is bar none the fucking best.
Yeah.
I love the chemistry that they both have for that shit. And it feels like a little bit like, okay, but that could really fucking happen in real life. Like this over the middle age kind of guy, fucking, was it? He said like 15,000 bail bonds that he had wrote. By
He's probably 60 movie. He's probably playing 60, I would think.
Yep.
And she's playing 44. So
I'll say this too. You know what is Tarantino's of course my favorite director of all time because his movies are gonna land it always in the top 10 for me. But when it comes to Jackie Brown, I would say I know Maricon did the fucking Hateful Eight soundtrack, and I'm not trying to knock that down a peg because that's my favorite of the Tarantinos. But as far as soundtrack wise, Jackie Brown is 100% the best fucking soundtrack of all the Tarantino movies in my opinion.
They're all really good.
They're all really good. Fucking Chad White doing Apple Blossom for Hateful Eight. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Is like, am I really going to put the Delphonics over that? But there's a lot more than just the Delphonics going on for Jackie Brown for me. That fucking, I had that on my Spotify fucking playlist where I've actually compiled it together myself just to listen to that shit.
Robert De Niro trying to drive the van. You can tell he can't drive. He has no idea how to drive that van. And he's trying to drive, and the music playing in the background, and he's just like grabbing the wheel and trying to do. It's just a strange time in his life for sure.
Anyone heard any word on like whether or not Tarantino's planning on releasing like a Kill Bill 1 and 2, like the whole bloody affair
double thing? I haven't heard anything. It should be, but why would they do that when they can get us twice?
That's kind of what I'm waiting on. Like,
And some people 4 times. Some people got to have the slips and the steelbooks.
Yeah.
All right, so and on that note right there, we'll go ahead and do both of these. Just got to figure out how the camera's going to pick them up side by side. And of course, I went for these first time to 4K as well as Jackie Brown right there. And that is, I know I'd fuck it up. There we go. Kill Bill 1 and 2. Had to have both of them.
Yep.
First time to 4K. Come on. Those fucking movies are great. Great little story about those fucking movies right there, too. So, Zoe will love this shit, man. Fucking, so I had to tell my parents that Zoe was pregnant yet again, and we were going to have another kid. And just so happens when I broke the news to him, Kill Bill Volume 2 was actually playing on TV in the background. I have a fucking video of that. And you can hear fucking, what's his name? David, what the fuck is his name? Carradine. He's in the background, like saying, like, you know, we put this woman through hell. And Michael Madison is like, we deserve to die. And that's like the moment where I told my dad, I was like, hey, you're going to be a grandpa again. Fun little note there, man. So
that's awesome.
I threw this up in there, man, just to kind of make a reference out of it. I already bought this shit just like everybody else. I know Alan has this shit too as well. We already bought this shit once, and to pay another $30 just for a layer of pink paint just to be splashed across there. I get it. I would, trust me, if I had fucking unlimited financial funds, I would have just bought it just for the fuck of it to say I have their exclusive. I didn't do that though, trying to dial back a little bit on the discipline there. That's a great fucking release. I've watched that 4K numerous times. There's not a problem with it. And the one that you're getting with that exclusive, it's no different. Like Alan.
Well,
it's the same.
I would like to say that I'm cured as well because I'm with you. I'm gonna stick to my release of that as well. But the reason why I didn't quite, I was on the fence. The reason why is I got on their website and the first 2 releases they came out with was Apocalypse Now with new artwork and The Conversation, which I don't know nothing about, Robert Duvall. And those 2 don't have the Lionsgate Limited on the corners.
Exactly.
When I say that, I said I'm gonna be okay. I'm good.
I don't need this anymore.
My man.
Yeah, but if those 2 would have had it, I'd have been like, fuck.
You know what? To end it all right here from my little segment, Alan just brought that shit up. I looked at it too. This is one of my favorite fucking films. I'd have definitely splurged and paid that money for it. And then I dug around, did my homework, and I was like, there's 6 discs in that motherfucker. There better be something different on that release for me to buy it compared to what I've already spent for it. And back in the day when this rolled out, we found it on sale at Target for like $15-$20 at most. I think it was 15 though. But we all bought this big fucking box set up, the 4K box set of Apocalypse Now. The final cut's included in there. Every cut of this film's included. And that steelbook, I assure you, it's the exact same fucking information on all 6 of those discs. I've already done my homework. There's no means why you should spend fucking $40-$60 for that steelbook when you can get this still for like $15-$20.
And that Conversation that they put up was $75 fucking dollars. $75 for the fucking Conversation. What the fuck is that?
Shit, man. I'll lie. Now, you know what? That wasn't my last one. I'll run through the last ones. 4K looks fucking great. If you don't have this, definitely get it. Venture fans, fucking there you go. Zodiac.
I'm hearing good things about it.
That fucking 4K looks great.
Yeah. I got it in. Have not watched it. I got it in though.
Yeah, definitely give it a watch, man. And thanks to that man right there, I have this fucking cool ass release of one of my favorite Tarantino films, and that is none of them fucking Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that came in right at the nick of time of Christmas, and I can tell you didn't open it up, so I went ahead and popped it open. So you got that cover right there. And I showed this as Louis. She about lost her fucking mind. So you open it up and bam. Yeah. So there you go. Dude, Alan, thank you so much for that, brother.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I will definitely make that a night with the kids, man, just to make sure they.
Yeah, that's my number one Tarantino movie. But I will say, after rewatching them all this past year, Jackie Brown moved up to close to the end to about my number 4. So Jackie Brown did jump up quite a bit for me on a recent rewatch. But I think Pulp Fiction will always remain my number 1. That's just where I discovered Tarantino. You know, I went back and watched Reservoir Dogs after that. But I got a piece. All right, so
Alan's just got a few here, so this shouldn't take very long.
Yeah.
See how high he's reaching? Just see how high he's reaching up there.
I got 2 facts on that. I'll be quick. This one here is, of course, this is the, what do you call it, Brad? The secret title or whatever, Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, really, you know this thing's still sealed because I have no interest in coloring my own fucking slipcover. This is on eBay if you're interested.
I mean, I'm not even like Vinegar Syndrome to me. After all, I keep hearing about them and all the issues they're having with their retailers that they're not distributing to if things are selling well, and I don't know, man. That their reputation to me has just gone off the fucking. And then this thing where they're just like making fun of their fucking loyal fucking fans.
And like I said, I got 2 of these in, Brad. I think one, like you said, one of these might have been yours.
Yeah,
but anyway, I got 2 of these fucking things in. I'm not gonna color my goddamn slipcover. I mean, it's not fucking happy time in kindergarten. So this bitch is gonna be stay sealed and get sold. You know, I am the Scream Factory's bitch, right? So of course I had to get this. You got vampires with the alternate slip.
I like
working alternate slip. I thought
I like that movie. I like both of those slips too.
It's talked about this before, but the last of the fucking Demeter, the last voyage of the Demeter. I don't know why they put this out so quickly as a collector's edition, but I don't want to watch it. So I started it one night, got bored with it, turned it off. I'm gonna give it another shot. We'll see.
We all thought, why is this a Blu-ray instead of a 4K? Well, we found out because Scream Factory was doing the 4K. I haven't seen it. I assume the only one seen it is Steve, and I bet he probably didn't like it.
I think they did a pretty good job with alternate artwork. I thought it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it had a lot of
problems. Get lazy with the picture on the back now. That's kind of, I don't know. That's lazy.
The creature effects that you do get are pretty cool, but it's really slow, and not a whole lot happens.
Yeah. And this here, I say this in theaters back when it first come out. This is a good time. It's a fun movie.
Oh, that's a fun movie.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest 4K. I had to pick that up. So
Sigourney looks hot in that one too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I don't know how they made Sigourney Weaver look good.
Now I'm just going to show this because I have no pride. My daughter kind of had a running joke for a while. Like we were getting ready to go to that cruise. Just give you an example. She always would say this saying or whatever. Like for example, we're going on this cruise and we had to pick what restaurants we were going to eat at. And I was told after the fact what restaurant she signed up for. And I was like, God damn, I don't even get a fucking pick. And she says, Dad, I got you. I talk for the trees. I speak for the trees. She kept saying, I said, what the fuck, am I a goddamn tree? And she always would say, I speak for the trees. Every time she would always just kind of pick for me. Well, it came from this fucking movie, and she couldn't believe I'd never seen it. So for fucking Christmas, she bought me the goddamn Lorax. You see it still sit. We watched it on streaming. But this is where she got that line, I speak from the trees. And so she got for me as a gift, like a joke gift for Christmas. She also got me a fucking T-shirt. She intertwined her face with the fucking Lorax face on this big old T-shirt with she got her mouth on the Lorax's face. You have to see this. It's pretty terrifying.
That's the thumbnail. Alan in a fucking gator shirt holding up the Lorax.
That's going to stay in the collection forever. Daughter bought it for me. It'll be in the collection forever.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun. I'm not a big animated guy by no means, but it was fun. Now this next movie, dude, it's a fucking banger. This was a day one for me. Creep. Fucking love this fucking movie. I mean, I'm really excited the second time to put out shit like this. But Creep is a fucking blast, man. I hope they do the same fucking release for Creep maybe later this year or next year.
Alan, did you know that Dr. Seuss cheated on his wife while she had cancer?
No. I did not, little bastard. I did not. Now, I know that I said earlier that I try to steer away from blind buys and buying stupid shit. Y'all just disregard these next two picks. So this one I think I might have shown before. And I do have a reason for this next one because it does have a number spine from the screen box, but that's not on Crack Coon. So I ain't opened it yet, so I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be a good time.
Oh,
but you think that's bad? This was also a Christmas gift, Gut Pile, which I think this is like one of those like Z movies, like the real shot on video cheap shit, which sometimes I really enjoy. And something about this one, I just wanted to check it out. So I didn't have a chance to watch it yet. You get a reversible cover and all that shit, but it's called Gut Pile. Never heard nothing about it. I seen it on Amazon. I threw it on the fucking Amazon list to give it to the wife and kids. My daughter actually bought me this and the Lorax. Gut Pile and the fucking Lorax is what I got.
What a
Dude,
combo.
if there was perfect stocking stuffers for yourself, man, that you could buy, those are it right there.
There you go. This was another day one, another great Stallone film, great era release. 4K looks great on this as well. This has got the kind of a new thing I guess they're doing. You got the slipcover, just a paper slipcover, and you got the hard box. But you know you get the shit on the inside here, which is hard to get out. You got your booklet and you got all this other shit, whatever. But yeah, it's a nice release. But you got the poster and all that shit. But that was a day one. Demolition Man. I mean, come on, 4K. That was a big deal. I did not need to buy this next release, but I'm a fucking Quentin Tarantino whore, and I kept on saying I wasn't going to get it. Ended up getting it. I got the era release of Inglourious Bastards. You know, I got the 4K Steelbook. This doesn't have Dolby Atmos. I'm going to look and see if that Steelbook has Dolby Atmos. If it does, I may end up getting rid of this. I don't know. I'm gonna see how this compares to that Steelbook. If it's the same scan, better or whatever. I want to check the features of both as well. So, but I had to grab it, man. I had to grab it. Love that fucking movie.
Alan, let me cut in right quick, man. Like, I definitely saw the comparison between the old 4K that me and you have of that movie compared to the Arrow video one. During the opening scene, of course, where we get that monumental scene where he's hiding Jews under the floorboard, the outside scene, just for a reference, if you look at the one that we originally got on the studio release, if you look at the trees in the background, they're flushed out, and you can't tell that the leaves are actually changing colors because it's fall during that scene. Right. On the Arrow one, you can fucking see them vividly, man.
Really?
So, and there's different little nuances through that fucking transfer that you're holding right there that is miles better compared to the other one. So, whatever else you're all hearing about, Arrow fucked that release up because they didn't do a thorough scan of that and they let some third party do it. Fuck all that. Like, I saw the comparisons for that. Hold on to that, man. Don't let go of that.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it. I haven't even opened it yet. But
Arrow Video is a friend of the channel. I mean, I've had correspondence with them, so.
Are they sending you a package?
Yeah, they're sending me the fucking February titles.
Yeah, okay.
My man.
John, I appreciate that info, man. That's good information to know.
Yeah, man.
What's the biggest fan of this movie? I do want to give it a rewatch if I shit on it anymore, but I grabbed the Steelbook because that slipcover was I couldn't find the slipcover anywhere with a slipcover, so I just decided to go and get the Steelbook. I mean, it's a good looking Steelbook, you know. Not bad.
Should have called, man. My Walmart's got the slips.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Also, I know it was Alien, but what Alien movie was it? Romulus. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to grab all the, at least for now. After I show you some of these titles here, I may jump off the train, but I've been getting all the Shudder titles from Vinegar Syndrome. This is one of them here. Don't know nothing about it, but it's a Shudder release Vinegar Syndrome put out as partner label. So y'all know anything about this at all?
I don't.
I think it's African. I think it's an African Western.
It says once upon a time an African on the front of it.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it.
So
it's actually made in Africa.
What now?
It's actually made in Africa. I've heard about it.
I might have showed this before, but I'll throw it one more time. Blair Witch Project box set. Y'all know I'm a big fan of this fucking movie. That was
talking about that. Like the standard edition is hard to get right now because, well, any release is hard to get of it because they're replicating the new discs.
Yeah.
You know, for the disc replacement. So like, and that feature has the old Sci-Fi Channel 45-minute or whatever, like mockumentary style of it. It's a mockumentary. So I'm looking forward to getting that eventually. That standard edition.
I haven't had a chance, to go through all these special features, but there's an hour's worth on there. The ones I have went through are pretty great so far. I'll show that one next. This is another Shudder release, the Sacrifice Game. Again, don't know anything about it, but it was a Shudder title. I picked it up. These things usually go out of print pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
At least with
the name Shudder being a Shudder partner label that they sell really fast. This
was the release here that might get me off the fucking train. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be. you got to do shit in the name of the title. What the fuck is that?
Fuck yeah.
What is it? You know this movie?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know, but that
idea. But like I said,
that would be great.
It might be fucking great, but I'm
changes in the back.
Just a very unique fucking cover art.
That's the fucking best slipcover I've seen since the start.
So I don't know what this is, but it fucking be a blast. I don't know. So I can't quite tell. It's not animated. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Steve knows all about this movie. What's Cujo, Steve?
If you don't want that, I'll buy that, man.
No idea. Is that a Vinegar Syndrome release?
Yeah, it's a Shutter release from the partner
You
label.
could tell by the slipcover it was Vinegar Syndrome.
Is it foreign?
I don't know, dude. I know nothing about it. Nothing at all.
I've never heard anything about it.
But yeah, Johnny, if I don't like it, man, I'll send it your way.
Fucking first dibs on that one, man.
Now I've heard this here was a weird fucking movie, but The Coffee Table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it was pretty fucking weird, so I had to pick it up, just give it a shot. So this was recommended. So we'll see.
Where are you buying all these weird ass movies from?
It's all
These
Vinegar
are all Vinegar
Syndrome.
Syndrome partner labels.
Okay, I haven't checked their website in like a year or so.
Yeah. And really, the only thing I really buy from them are the Shutter releases for the most part, and the VSAs or the VSUs, the one with the hard boxes. We'll go here next. I got this in the other day. I mean, you talk about prison movies. This is one of the greatest prison shows. Got Prison Break in, and of course, I got this on eBay used, whatever. And then you see this picture on eBay, you don't realize it's this flimsy fucking shitty packaging, which I fucking hate.
It's like a cereal box.
Yeah, but it's a great fucking show. It is a UK release, but it's region A, B, C, whatever. So it's all region. But yeah, a great fucking show. You ain't never seen this. I recommend. If you love prison shit, this is about the best you can get as far as a TV show goes. It's a great fucking prison show. And there's another season that came out years after this. I got that disc coming. It's on a separate disc. It's called The Last Break or whatever. And then I'll have the whole franchise. But yeah, man, this is a great fucking show. Man, it's a top 10 show for me. Really good.
They run 24, and then all of a sudden, like Fox had to figure out something else after Kiefer Sutherland kind of died off with 24, and Prison Break came on. And like you said earlier, like, hey, fucking don't bother me. Dexter's on. My mom was the same way with fucking Prison Break. It was like, hey, I don't give a fuck if grandma's dying. Like, tell her to wait a fucking minute. Prison Break's on.
Yeah, mom and sister called me my mom lives with my sister. They called me the other day, so they were watching Prison Break, and they were trying to find one of the seasons. They wondered if I could put it on my Vudu. And I was like, I said, yes. What the fuck y'all doing watching Prison Break? I can't imagine my mom watching Prison Break. She's 82 years old. Fucking loves it. She's watching Lost now. What the fuck's going on in the world? 82-year-old watching Lost. So weird. But this next one here is because I'm still kind of a completionist on some lines, and this is the next to the latest MVD Rewind collection of Cheerleaders Wild Weekend. It's another title I never would have fucking got, but it's the MVD Rewind. I'm trying to get off that train a little bit, but I'm still enjoying buying these. They don't come out with a ton, maybe 5 a year at the tops. But most of them are pretty good, whatever. But this one here, I never would have bought this. So this is one of those titles that's like, do I still need to be getting these? But I've been on this train for a while. I got all of them, and so I grabbed it. And of course, there's the latest release.
There better be some damn good beaver fur burgers in that.
Yeah, it's just straight up porno.
The latest release is called Bikini Car Wash. Some bullshit is the next one after this. So if they keep on doing that shit, I'm gonna have to jump off. But now these next two here, I have one of these. This next one here, I picked up because I did a stream on Dirk's channel the other day. We were doing some Italian crime movies, and I picked this up for that, and I really enjoyed this, man. Street Law is solid. So it's like a Death Wish, knockoff. But yeah, this is a pretty solid flick, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, 88 Films release, man. It's a nice release.
He's holding up that very fancy release. I'm sitting over here on my $5 Kino release of it.
Well, I got that same artwork there. It's on the inside of the booklet on the inside.
It's Code Red. I'm sorry, I said Kino. It's Code Red.
So you got you got that. That's the alternate artwork on the inside sleeve.
The Italian artwork.
Italian artwork. Yeah, man, that's a solid plate, man. I liked it. And I had this one here. This was another one he had on the stream. Whatever, this High Crime, one of the Blue on 4Ks. I like this one as well. I like Street Law better, but High Crime was pretty solid. So this is more of a like a French Connection inspiration kind of deal. This right here was one of my probably top 5 blind watches of the year, new movies of 2024 or whatever, and that was Strange Darling. So this is the overseas release. I don't think we have a 4K in the United States yet, whatever. I got this off Orbit, but really nice release. But this thing's pretty fucking heavy. It's got all kind of shit in here. It's got cards and posters and all kind of shit.
Does it have the reverse artwork without the label on it?
No, it does not. It does not. So, but yeah, big fan of the movie, man. I had to pick this up, man. I had to own it.
That's a good one, Johnny. If you haven't seen that one, man, you should check that out.
I know, man. Y'all keep telling me that shit with the substance too. Even Matt was like, dude, I just watched the fucking he watched the substance because we were doing a live stream and you guys were talking about it. He was like, dude, man, this fucking guy's hit the fucking nail on the head, dude. He's like, I don't see why you haven't seen that. And he was like, dude, Demi Moore is fucking naked in that movie. Have you not seen it? And I was like, gosh damn.
Yeah, she's naked 90% of the
naked is putting a mile.
And we're talking asshole to elbows, on hoofus to toothless. The whole everything's going. So
I'll get around to it, man.
All right, Johnny already showed these. Of course, this was a no-brainer. I had to grab all these. I mean, just fucking.
Don't skate by them just because I showed them, man. Fuck that. Those are monumental to you just as much as they are to me, man. Come on.
Everybody, look at that artwork, dude. If you're a fan of these movies, you know
the 1 and 2 with the swords.
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking great, dude. And the slipcovers look great too, by the way. I'm not going to double dip on them. What's that?
They're in the cart.
Nice.
No, they're paid for. They're on their way.
There you go. You won't regret it, dude. I haven't watched them yet, but I'm sure they're going to be great.
I already don't regret it.
This is another one here that was a Screenbox numbered line. I can't fucking see 22. I think it is. Here for Blood. I don't know shit about it, but it's another Screenbox line.
Okay.
So we'll see what that is. And this is a movie from last year, one of the ones I have not seen yet, and that's the Cuckoo or whatever.
Cuckoo.
So I got it at Christmas as well with a fucking loose disc.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, don't do that. Jesus Christ. The substance, man. Neon has a relationship with Second Sight. It wouldn't shock me if they did the substance this year.
Yeah, they're smart. They would.
I'd love to see a Second Sight piece of that and Long Legs.
I mean, think of the cover. It would just be the vial or something, very simple. But they did her other movie, Revenge. It wouldn't shock me if they did 4K.
I didn't think I was going to like this show here. This is what I was going to grab when it first got released, but it was kind of pricey, so I threw it on the Christmas list. And I would say this was probably my favorite show of last year. I watched it last year. Came out before then. But Ted Lasso, if you have not seen this, even if you're not a sports fan, I don't know shit about fucking soccer, dude. Don't know shit about it. I wouldn't have watched this with the wife thinking I was going to fucking hate it, dude. About the probably third or fourth episode in, it's fucking hooked. And it's one of those shows when it ended, we were like, fuck, what are we going to do now?
Only one season?
No, it's like, I think it's 3 seasons, 3 or 4. But yeah, it's the fucking, if you're not into soccer, not into sports shows, still fucking great show. Every character in this motherfucker's badass. So, like I said, that's not my type of show. And I fucking loved it. I love this fucking on it. So, I don't get a lot of TV shows. Next one here, had to get this motherfucker here. Fucking Kickboxer. Look at that motherfucker there.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I just got the fucking Blu-ray of this. They come out with the 4K, but it's worth it, man. This motherfucker here, I've already sold the Blu-ray. Blu-ray pretty much paid for this. But yeah, man, great release. This is another Screenbox line. Don't know nothing about it, but Night of the Missing. It's pretty interesting. Don't know shit about it. Just
damn, how many Screenboxes is there so far?
I got 3 of this thing here, whatever. And they're all over the fucking place. But this is 26,
25, something like that.
But I want to say there's probably at least 15 or 16 of these. Now, give or take.
Star just did a video on it, and then went through them.
Oh, do
yeah.
But Alex, you get like number 1, the number 12, the number 22. They're all over the fucking place.
You can tell Tommy Starr is losing sleep at night over it. He's just like,
I am too.
It's fucking anarchy. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, another badass fucking steelbook, dude. I love this fucking movie. Look at that fucking steelbook, just badass.
You're badass. And this is all Paramount stuff, right?
Yes.
Paramount, man, it's like they're becoming a boutique company.
This Lionsgate. This is Lionsgate.
Okay, well, Lionsgate, same shit. Lionsgate's be their own boutique company too.
Those two things from this. I got this movie in 4K, which I love, and I also got rid of another fucking imprint title. I had the Blu-ray imprint of this. I got rid of that bitch to get that. I'm a somewhat fan of this movie. I got this because it's one of these fucking fancy fucking VSAs or VSUs, whatever the fuck it is. So
VSP or whatever, VSA, I don't know what it is.
I got all these so far. I mean, fuck, I bought Showgirls. Why not buy Congo?
That's a good looking slip too.
Yeah, I mean, great release. I have seen this movie, but goddamn, it's been 100 fucking years. There's your artwork on the inside. So that's what you get. And there's the box for there. You got that on the inside. You have the booklet. Great fucking release, man. But I do want to rewatch this. If I ever jump off this line, this may be sold one day if I don't enjoy it, whatever. And I just bought that basic Blu-ray that came out. But I don't ever put it out, whatever. But I just bought that recently.
It on studio Blu-ray for like $5. What can't beat it.
I love this movie. It was not in the collection, so I picked it up recently. The collector.
Oh, that's really good. I love that. I'd love to see if
I love the movie. I did not own it, so I found it cheap.
I do consider that like a fucking very underrated movie right there.
Another MVD rewind collection. I could justify this one a little better because it's got my boy Dolph Lundgren in it. But Men of War, I've never seen it. So hopefully it'll be a good time.
How could that be bad?
Now, Johnny, I lied to you. I got one more Screenbox release here. This is 20, I think it's 20, I think. And a movie called Shifted. Look at that fucking cover.
Spiders.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, this is another one. So yeah, but anyway, that's I'm just about done. That's all the new releases. Now I did, y'all know that I'm a fucking
degenerate.
That too. A Blockbuster box set fucking whore. And I had to pick up some more shit from his line that he's put out. Show this one first. You got the Terminator Collection, Volume 1. So there's the artwork on the box.
It's smart the way he's doing that. Volume 1, because
and you got the first 3 movies here, of course. I'll show you these individually. But you got the Terminator box. And these are quality, dude.
Yeah, well, this is handmade quality shit we're talking here.
Anthony UK right now is waking up and going, what the fuck?
Yeah, still look on the inside of there. So, and then I'll show you one for part 2 here. Part 2.
Steve is just thinking, this fucking guy in his garage made better artwork than we got on the fucking T1 anywhere.
T2 Steelbook. Now, this thing will hold a slip of Steelbook, or he also has if you have just a basic Blu-ray release, he sells these inserts for like $1 that you can buy whatever to slide in there just to have a basic Blu-ray in there. So pretty smart. And there's part 3, which as you can see in part 3, I just have just a basic Blu-ray of this. And it does fits, but it just fall right out. But he sells the inserts for that. And there's the back of 3. So there's that one. And let's go to this one here. Naked Gun, great comedy. Did I need a hard box of this? Probably not, but what the fuck. This was only, I think it's only like $4.99 for this box here. So of course I got my look at there.
Alan, do you remember Naked Gun 33.5?
Oh yeah.
Goddamn dude.
Love those movies. Now this is coming out soon. I don't own the movie yet right now, but I got the hard box.
The new 4K coming out.
Yeah, I had to grab it. These things sell out, whatever. So I decided to go ahead and grab it. And of course, this one here is badass. Hard box for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
I love my blind ass. I can go look at my movies and see what the fuck it is without being blind. So,
what's the back look like?
There's the back there.
Yeah,
it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, man.
And
that kid's fucking killing it.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, look, on the shelf, dude, that's so fucking good on the shelf, dude. So fucking good. There's the back.
This dude is paying his house off. Putting these out.
I came twice.
And I got Scream Volume 1. Also, started doing all this because we got to come out more fucking movies.
What's the back of the box look like for the outer box?
That there, and then number one, you got the classic artwork. There's that there.
I like that back image a lot.
There's two. And I know that on a lot of these, he has hired artists to get his own commission artwork.
Yeah.
On a lot of this shit.
Damn.
And there's three.
Look at the detail on that shit.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, man, like I said, it's hard to see this on fucking film. You need to understand this is fucking quality shit.
This is handmade quality shit.
And you
price
got the steel books.
Price is $200 per quilt.
For steel books.
It's not American made shit. This ain't Chinese, baby.
And you got volume 2.
That set you held up, the 1, 2, and 3, this with all 3 steel books, that's probably $500 in your hands.
Yeah.
Those steel books go for crazy money, the first 3.
And of course I found out when I was talking to Brad the other day that we don't have a fucking steel book for 4. I thought we did. So
You
I
didn't
have
find out when you were talking to me.
the 50 bucks.
I sent out the bat signal to Craig, and 2 seconds later he messaged me with every release that was that came out before. Like the autism just ramped up in his head, and he just blurted out Scream 4 facts.
An entire history of the release.
There's Scream 5, I guess. And you got this Abomination.
Scream 6.
So, yeah, man, that's it.
Oh, that's all?
That's it. Start at this point. No more.
I'll be the first to say, you guys know I fucking could care less about any Scream movie that's fucking been put out since the start till now. But I will say the fucking detailed artwork that's on that set holding up. That's a whole different ballgame.
Because this whole thing about doing this, whatever, is that he hates the way we get a lot of this packaging we get is like shitty packaging.
Mm-hmm.
And his thing is, I make my own goddamn packaging, do it like I want it, and he wants everybody else to have that same option. Yeah, these things are solid. I'm fucking addicted to these fucking things. They look great on the fucking shelf. And the artwork,
it's like crack.
It's like fucking crack, dude. It really is. I got 2 more orders coming. I will say that even though I'm still on the Screenbox line, still on the MVD Rewind, I was on, as y'all know, I was on 12 or 13 things I was being a completionist for. And now I think I'm on like 4. You know, so it's definitely gotten better.
Yeah, man.
And I got a feeling the MVD Rewind is going to be the next victim.